training up bacteria in the way they should grow. Scientists say they've created a partly man-made bacterium that can produce proteins not found in nature. This new life form is the latest development in a growing field called synthetic biology, which researchers say could produce new and innovative drugs. The Scripps Research Institute's Floyd Romsberg and his colleagues have been pushing for this goal for over a decade. 3 years ago, they announced that they'd added 2 more letters to the genetic alphabet. DNA, if you're familiar with the genetic component, is made up of the amino acids A, T, C, and G. They've added 2 new synthetic amino acids they dubbed X and Y. And now, because you've got an expanded genetic alphabet, presumably, you can create proteins and thus compounds that would not exist in nature. In fact, they're telling the journal Nature that they've engineered these bacterial cells that produce these artificial amino acids and new DNA strands to read that code and assemble proteins into new, custom-made, man-designed parts. But they say that we shouldn't worry, that because these bacteria need to be fed man-made starting materials in order to develop these building blocks, they can't survive outside the lab. If that sounds familiar, that's part of the plot of the movie Jurassic Park and the novel by Michael Crichton. Oh yeah, they need this special amino acid that's not part of their genetic makeup. We have to feed them this amino acid or they can't survive. Life has a surprising way of finding a way to survive. What could possibly go wrong?
Nobel Prize winner and considered the abiogenesis world-leading expert Craig Venter spent $40 million, a 15-year period of research, and he created life. So CNN asked him, "Did you create new life?" Venter said, "We created a new cell. It's alive." Yeah, well, we didn't create it from scratch. You see? But we didn't create it from scratch. It reminds me of the little boy who says, "God, I can create." And God says, "Go right ahead." And the little boy reaches down to get dirt. And God says, "Get your own dirt." Right? Francis Crick, like I told you, they're looking for panspermia. Here's Stephen Hawkins. Hawkins launches a $100 million project for search for alien life beyond our solar system because they want to tell you how life got here. And I can assure you, the Miller experiment did not produce a cell or anything living.